if you take out that comment, if you delete that comment on that reel, we will send you a replacement. Why you should, absolutely avoid these is this. Just a single brake lever costs 7,200 and a pair of shocks cost 4,800. Why, Ari? Why would you do that? Absolutely avoid those, or any saddle stays for that matter that mount on your suspensions. And I like my grips how I like my women, thick. Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm going to be talking about some of the personalizations that I've done on my Super Meteor. A few little things, a few big changes, and 3 mistakes. In hindsight, I thought, probably weren't the best of decisions. I'll cover those as well, and then, some of the other changes that I've done to my motorcycle. I'll put timestamps right here at the bottom so you can jump to the sections of your choice, and also save this as a video, as a playlist, so that you can sort of come back to it whenever you want. Please watch the video till the end, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends who either have a Super Meteor or are planning to buy one, and yeah, subscribe to the channel. It'll really go a long way, and I'd really appreciate that. So let's get started then. I'll put a spendometer somewhere here so you have an idea of the amount of money that I spend on each of these accessories and personalizations. We'll start from the rear and then we'll move forwards as we go along. First up, I want to talk about is the tail tidy. Just take a closer look at this. Okay, so basically, yes, it looks great. It looks smashing. You see the fat tires, a lot more of the fat tires, and just gives a more butch sort of stance when you look at it from the rear. This is an LCB tail tidy which I bought for $16.90, I think. It fits well, it works well, it does its job. There's not much to say about it, except for one thing. So, and this is true for any tail tidy for that matter, not just LCB. So when you have a number plate housing like this, and of course you'll have bolts underneath that'll sort of poke out like this. What happens is, if you're on a bad patch of road, this it really gets annoying after a point, this constant sound. Easy fix for this is get yourself something like this, cut it into a small strap, and then you can just place it on the fender, just at the space between the fender and the bolt that crashes into the fender. And now it won't be that annoying anymore. Now why this happens is because the stock tail basically sits lower, so it doesn't have anything to clank against. This one takes it higher. Any tail tidy will take it higher, and because it's higher, the bolts will clank with your fender. The next I want to talk about are the LEDs that I've put inside these blinkers. So the blinkers themselves, the whole housing is the stock that comes with the motorcycle, but what I have installed inside are these LED bulbs that are provided by Simtac. These are for $500, 2 pairs for both front and rear, and I'll just show you how it looks. Okay, so yeah, during the night you'll see that it obviously projects a more fuller light. The only difference I see is that they blink a little faster than the regular bulbs that come with Super Meteor. So yeah, I'm okay with the fast blinking, not really an issue. I've put a side-by-side comparison here so you can check out the difference yourself. Next up are these aviator saddle stays that I have from LCB again. Some of you who have seen my earlier videos and who are subscribers, they know that I had a tragedy. My suspensions broke. One of the potential reasons for that was I had the Zana saddle stay installed at that time. Obviously those are removed now. It does not mount on your suspensions anymore. So what Zana saddle stays did were they would mount on these suspension joints, and there were a lot of arguments about it being, there was more torque applied while installing, and it's probably not the fault of the Zana saddle stay. But why take that risk? Get yourself a saddle stay that mounts on the chassis here, like this on the fender, like this, or even 2 points here. That works too. So the Zana saddle stays that I had, those were the Type 2. Absolutely avoid those. Absolutely avoid those, or any saddle stays for that matter that mount on your suspensions. Just it's a risk not worth taking. I've covered the incident in great detail, and I'll put a link to the video up top here so you can check it out for yourself. What exactly happened? How did the Royal Enfield guys sort of handle the situation? They obviously replaced the suspensions under warranty. And by the way, nice little trivia: the suspensions, these suspensions, so these were replaced under warranty. The whole pair cost 4,800. I'm not including that in the modifications, obviously, but just for your information, this cost 4,800 for a pair of rear suspensions. And you know how much this costs? Now, this is not this exactly, this is a Meteor 350 lever that I have, but the original lever that comes with Super Meteor, which has an adjustable feature, which you see here on the clutch. Yeah, this one does not have that. That comes for 7,200. Yes, so just a single brake lever costs 7,200, and a pair of shocks costs 4,800. Why, Ari? Why would you do that? Just put some good quality suspensions. We're okay to spend 10, 15,000, on a good set of suspensions. But this is just, it's just, you're making mockery of the customers who buy your product. Okay, next I want to cover the most pricey modification or personalization that I've done to my Super Meteor, and that is the Rhino racing exhaust. So these are sold by Bykology. So these ones I got for 15,000. It was listed at 15,500. There was a 500 rupees coupon, so I got it for 15,000. And yeah, this is the same set is now available for 17,500, I think, on their website. So do check it out. Let's first check out how these sound. You've obviously heard it before already on YouTube. On my channel itself, there's a video that I've covered the whole installation and sound comparison with the stock exhaust, but let's quickly check out. Okay, here we go. Ready to crank. Alright, so a couple of things that I want to cover which I did not cover in my previous videos about the Rhino racing exhaust. One is, yes, they have a bit of rusting issues. So what happened was, initially when I bought this was one of the first things that I bought for my Super Meteor. This was back in, I think, May last year. The first set of exhausts that I received, those were mild steel. And within a couple of months, I think the first onset of rains in June, July, they started rusting all over the place. Not just on the insides like these now, but also on the outside. I'll put some pictures here. It was pretty bad case of rusting all over the exhaust. So I reached out to them. I told them that it can't be that within 2 months these guys are rusting, and they were really supportive, cooperative, so to speak, and they in fact shared a replacement and the stainless steel version, which is what you see here in this video, and those arrived 2-3 weeks later. And once they arrived, I then shipped out my original ones, and there was no rush, there was no hurry that okay, please send those as soon as possible. But now the old Rhinos that come, even the new ones are obviously stainless steel, but even the old ones with these old designs that come, they are also stainless steel, but you will still see rusting on the insides like I've shown previously. Okay, so we've covered the rear more or less. Now let's come to the side. Now, in case you've not noticed already, there's a dual paint job here. So if you see the fenders, the side panels are all painted black. This is how it came as stock. Yeah, I miss the all blue sometimes, but I like this better. Nice. I think there was a lot of blue with the stock blue. I don't know if that's making sense, but this sort of balances it out. Black, blue, and then black all over. So this whole paint job, there's a place in Pune called Motor Arts in Kondwa. Big shout out to them. Great job with the paint work. Paint quality is really good, and let me give you a closer look. Yeah. So this has been almost 6 months now that I have the black fenders and the black side panels. Yeah, I like this black and blue look. So this I spent 9,000 for all the 4 panels, the 2 side panels and the front fender and the rear fender. Pretty decent value for money, I think, and if you're in Pune, do check out this place. They do all kinds of paint and paint protection work, so all your PPF and everything gets covered as well. And because I repainted those panels, obviously the original lettering had to be taken off. So I bought these nice stickers, Super Media 650 stickers. This was the only design they had available, and I'm talking about Maya stickers here. So pretty decent. This was the second pair. The first pair that I had started to peel off. So what I did is I ordered another pair and then did PPF on top of this. Not the brightest job here, as you can see, in terms of the PPF. It's kind of, popping out. So Zana Saddle Stay that I had previously was the first bad choice. The second one is this tank strap. So this is from Raw and Rugged. I have mixed feelings about this. This definitely looks good, and it is obviously for aesthetics. There's no real functional purpose here except for you get this. You also get this bag, pouch rather, that comes along with it. And yeah, I have not been able to figure out how to attach this without hiding this emblem, which you see is all over the place. And this does not have a lot of space either. I think you can only hold maybe a cell phone. That's about it. Now a couple of problems that I have with this is, one, as you can already see, and this is not just now, this has been I think 3 or 4 months that I have these. This sort of came off in the first week, and these have been rusting forever. Not really happy with that. The second thing is the fitting. Now they said that you have to take it around the forks, which is front forks, which is what I've done. And if I put this here, it was very loose. Now I've put it here and it's very tight. So what happens is, you see this bend here? Yeah, not so aesthetic anymore, right? And then pulling up, this becomes a problem. So what I generally do while refueling is dig it in and then pull it out. Obviously, if you have nails, then why would you have nails? Anyway, so yeah, not recommended. And an interesting thing happened. So I had made a reel. There was a comment by a person who asked about the tank strap, and I gave an honest reply to that comment that it looks good, it's expensive. This is for, one second, let me check. So this is for 2,700, and so yeah, it is expensive for a tank strap, and I left an honest reply that it looks good, it's a little expensive, but not really happy with it, with the quality. And then I got a DM from Raw and Rugged that hello, you left an unpleasant comment on one of the reels, and obviously they were tagged on that reel, so they got to know about it, and can you please share what the experience is. And I shared that this is what my feedback has been, and I'm not very happy with it. It looks good, it looks okay, but I'm not very happy with it. And they replied that if you take out that comment, if you delete that comment on that reel, we will send you a replacement. So it was a conditional thing, which I did not sit well with me, and I said no, I won't be deleting the comment. This is what I actually felt about it, and I'm going to let it stay. It's okay, I don't need a replacement. But yeah, this is very annoying, and the problem is this is stitched, so to fix this I'll have to take the whole thing out, take it to a cobbler, and get it fixed. It's probably good for a couple of months, and then it'll start to show a lot of wear and tear, and I'm in fact planning to take this off. But yeah, as for the product, it does come with a protective layer underneath, so that's good. So it's not going to affect your paint as such. And while we are on the topic of bad choices, let's also cover the third bad choice that I had, or decision that I took, and that is these crash guards. So these are from a fairly unknown brand called HT Engineering. They make a variety of motorcycle parts, and the only reason I took it is because I liked the design of it. The Bykology ones were a little expensive, but now in hindsight I think I wanted something that was wider and had that mustache look. So yeah, bad choice. And the reason I say that, so this I got for 3,800. The Bykology ones are for I think 6,000. So yeah, I got a little greedy there, trying to save a couple of thousand. But yeah, don't do that. The reason I say that, the major reason why you should absolutely avoid these is this. This is going to severely hamper with your braking. Now obviously I've done a bit of fix here, which I'm too embarrassed to share or show, but I'm going to do it anyway. I would constantly hit while braking, and that's not good. That's not safe. So what I've done is also not safer, but I'll show you what I've done. Yeah, this is what I've done. I've cut it off because I needed play for the brake to go entirely, because it looked really ugly after being cut. I put these handlebar grips on top and put some cable ties on them. I could call it a fix, but that's a fix to a problem that I created myself, and a problem which you should not. So do not buy these crash guards, please. Save yourself a lot of hassle. Obviously I put the grips here, so I had to put the grip here as well for symmetry. Not recommended. So next I want to cover are these MadDog ScoutX lights. These are not alphas. Alphas I think are too bright, too blinding. I don't want those on my motorcycle. Don't want to sort of blind your oncoming vehicles. So this gives decent throw at night. Sufficient amount of road is lit when it's absolutely dark, and I've not had any problems in terms of should have had more light on the road. Nothing like that. A couple of things that I have a problem with, apart from it being a little too expensive as well. One is the switch. So I would have preferred something clicky rather than this rubber. I don't know if I'll be able to explain it to you, but this is rubbery action, and see, I'm pressing it and it's still not on. Now it's on. Now it's on, right? But this action gets a little tricky, so to speak. When you're on the go and you need that burst of light immediately, you might just fumble for a few seconds, and maybe something more simpler, just a clickable like this, like this, like this, like this, some sort of switching option like this, like that would have been better. But this is a little problem. Apart from that, the lights themselves, they are good. Obviously it's daytime, so you won't really see the difference, and in fact we will be making a detailed video about these MadDog lights and cover a lot of other things as well. So although these are ScoutX, I ended up spending more than 10,000 for these. So the lights themselves are 5,700, but then you have, and this is the Switch Pro, then you get Pro harness, Pro cables, and then the filters that come on top of this. So it all adds up to 10,546. Next, I want to talk about these black mirrors. Now, the stock mirrors that come with the Super Meteor are chrome mirrors, and I wanted something black to go with the theme of the motorcycle. The touring mirrors that come for Super Meteor are very expensive, and these are actually Himalayan 450 mirrors, the new Himalayan mirrors, and these came for 1,400 for a pair, and absolutely sturdy, excellent build quality. They do not rattle, they do not sort of move around when you're even doing higher speeds. The only little detail I want to add is the area that it covers of the rear view is slightly smaller than the stock mirrors that you get with Super Meteor. So I don't know, convex, concave, what is it called, but these are slightly narrower view of what's behind. Apart from that, these are really solid mirrors, and if you want to if you have chrome mirrors on your motorcycle and you want to move to the black colored mirrors, I think these are an excellent choice. While we're talking about these mirrors, let's cover these handlebars as well. So these are custom made handlebars by Gabriel Motorcycles. So they're based out of Pune, but they ship and deliver to anywhere. What we did was, there's a detailed video about the handlebar which you've given a lot of love to, so thank you so much for that. But I'll quickly cover. These are thicker pipes. They are at least, I think, 8 to 10 inches higher and a little wider as well. The stock bar ends did not fit, so these were the bar ends that were provided by Gabriel Motorcycles themselves. The stock handlebar was a mess. It was too flat. It gave a lot of back issues, upper back issues, shoulder pain, and this just gives me enough rake and enough reach to be sitting comfortably on the motorcycle for longer rides. The stock handlebar was decent for short rides, but not for long rides. But this is sort of an all-rounder. Now, after having used this for a year, I still vouch for the functionality. That this is really helpful. I'm just starting to sort of not like the way it looks anymore, and I'm being really honest. I've seen a couple of guys who have reached out to Conan from Gabriel after my video, and they've made custom handlebars for themselves, and those look really good. And now I'm thinking maybe I missed a trick with the design. So I don't know, maybe I'll get in touch with him again, see if we can do some modifications in terms of it. It just looks too squarish to me right now. Nothing really big, but yeah, maybe if I could make it look a little more sexier is what I'm planning to do, without compromising the structural rigidity of the whole thing. I spent 6,000 on these. These are made of stainless steel. You can also get this in mild steel. You can get this in chrome or painted like this, or powder coated. So different choices that you have. Now, although we kept every cable stock, the only thing we had to do was sort of remove the tank, reroute the cables from under the tank. The stock cables are long enough to take this much of reach, so didn't have to fiddle with the wires or couplers at all. Just had to reroute it under the tank and fix it. Now let's talk about the cowl. Love the design. Paint quality is good, build quality is good. It's pretty sturdy, it's pretty heavy too. So this is 3 kilos, and for reference, your stock visors, that come with the higher variants, the touring variants. Those weigh about 1.6 kilos, so a little heavier than the stock ones. So if you're concerned about adding weight to your motorcycle, maybe you could think about it. But this is again purely for the looks. This one I got for 4,680. It is listed as 5,200, but you get a 10% discount if you prepay. Here's a look at. The last thing I want to cover are these handlebar grips that you see. So this is from Trip Machine. They're also sort of making some cool products, mostly leather products. This is also perforated leather. This is for 1,300. Good quality, decent quality. The fitting was pretty easy too. And I like my grips how I like my women, thick. So this actually has your stock handlebar grips, and then there is another layer of grip on top of that, and then these wraps on top of it. I like them thick and chunky. This headlight mustache, this came free with those handlebar wraps from Trip Machine. So yeah, that was the last thing. That's it from this video. It does not look like a Super Meteor anymore, I could also say that. But yeah, it's good to have your motorcycle that sort of you can relate with, you can have that kind of closeness with, and that's why people modify, and that's why even Royal Enfield is coming up with all of these factory custom options. You look at the shotgun. The whole concept of shotgun was to have a motorcycle which is customized. It's good to have more connection with your motorcycle by doing these bits and pieces, things here and there. Just make life easier for you functionally, as well as how the way it looks. I hope you think this is tastefully done. That's what I was going for. But if not, please drop in a comment and let me know what you liked or didn't like about the whole set of things that I've done. And please avoid those 3 things that I mentioned: the crash guard, the saddle stay from Zana, and those tank straps. That's it from this one. Thank you so much for watching till now, and I hope you guys have a lovely day. Please share this with your friends and subscribe to the channel. I also want to go to California for a media event. I want to be invited. Help me out. Ciao.